Practical. Hell yeah, alright. Yeah, hello guys. Did my music run out or what? Hey, hello. Welcome to another video talk. Now tonight we're gonna be talking about unboxing. Now I was gonna do this unboxing, February unboxing episode the next week, but so it happens that I was supposed to do Eureka label spotlight tonight, but I went to see with my mom and her husband. I went to see Matrix Resurrections to the cinema, and then because there has been Finnish ice hockey gold victory in the Olympics, so my mom's husband decided to like offer in the restaurant, started to buy some Olympic toast. So excuse me if I'm a little bit tipsy right now, because I have been celebrating Finnish ice hockey Olympic gold, but I am by no means, I am not a sport buff. I don't know shit about sports. I didn't even know that ice hockey was a Olympic how you say event even. Hello, sir, Watford FC. And Yuri Laaksonen has been watching Party Boys series. Oh yeah, Party Boys is watchable in YouTube, and you can check out our sitcom series. And I really appreciate that Yuri Laaksonen says that he has not been laughing so hard in a while, because it's a sitcom, I would say. Christopher Anderson, hello from Denmark, Mr. Andersen. Yeah. So, if you want my opinion about Matrix Resurrections, well, I can give it to you. But I also, in my Finnish channel, we did a video with my mom. Stop or Mama will review series, a new episode that my mom gets to deliver her review about the Matrix. Hello, suffering from hangover? No, not that much, because, like I said, I have been enjoying Olympic toast, so maybe I'm a bit tipsy right now. But no hangover. But I apologize. I was gonna do the Eureka label spotlight, the first episode of that spotlight thing, but I just got home like a half hour ago, so I didn't have any time to prepare that. So I decided I will just do the unboxing tonight. Okay, of course you want to hear what I thought about the Matrix Resurrections. Well, okay. In that film, Keanu Reeves returns as Neo, and he has been like 20 years like a game developer, and his game is like Matrix and Matrix 1, 2, and 3. And then Warner Bros. Communications says that, yeah, we want the sequel to Matrix game, so he has to do Matrix 4. And yeah, then he discovers that, yeah, this is like a model artificial reality in his reality. So then it turns out that he is indeed in the Matrix. And Watford FC supported with the super chat. Yeah, I will always buy you a beer every live, as it's a small way to saying thanks for the great shows. Hey, I so much appreciate Watford FC. This means a lot to me. This type of thing, it keeps me going with these live shows. And of course, I will take some booze to go with that. I will take the mullet berries now. Koskenkorva mullet berries. That was an unopened bottle, so I'm gonna have to take a shot glass. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, malt berries it is, man. A bit too sweet for my taste, but it's okay. Malt berries. Alright. So, like I said, Neo discovers that, yeah, there's multiple realities, and of course, the Morpheus comes back, and the plot is pretty similar to the original Matrix. And I guess you could say that this is a faithful sequel to Matrix. And but really, the film is filled with a lot of different ideas, a lot of different material, and it is it's too damn talkative. Everybody, like my mom's husband said, like when the action starts, and then it just reverts back to talking. People talking, exposition. The film is filled with exposition and characters that you really wouldn't need in the film. So I think they could have cut half of the material off and reduce the duration 20 minutes or half an hour and add some action there. Maybe it would have been a nice film, but I don't think it was that great of a film. I would give it a 2-star review because not for me. It really didn't bring anything new to the table. I don't know why. This is why is it even being made? This is an unnecessary sequel, so fuck it. I'm talking about Matrix Resurrections. Yeah. But let's talk about this box here. Now, most of the film I have already opened and I have watched, and I can give you my better view about the film. So let's do this unboxing thing. And also, I will tell you about the comparison. I will tell you a comparison of Hills Have Eyes 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray Arrow Blu-ray box. Yeah, but let's do it. Let's begin, shall we, of this fantastic voyage of unboxing. This here is from Finland. I bought this from a Facebook group called Harvinaisten filmien myyntipalsta, and I really don't remember what's the... No, it was not from Harvinaisten filmien myyntipalsta. This was from my Video Space Discord group, and this is Vinegar Syndrome VS036, and this is something called Lust for Freedom. It's a trauma distributed film, and Godzilla 74, make that 2 shots, brother. Matrix 4 sucked, man. Yes, on that we can definitely agree, and on that shots we can also agree. Thank you so much, Mr. Godzilla 74. This is fantastic. Fantastic. I have absolutely no regrets that I didn't stay in the bar. But I came home and do a live broadcast because this is fucking delicious. Oh la la! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! By the way, Godzilla 74, did you watch that Matrix 4 on HBO or did you went to the cinemas? I went to the cinemas. I don't have HBO Max. But yeah, Lust for Freedom. Now, this is an interesting one. Wait a moment. Yeah, now we have my unboxing cam visible here. Lust for Freedom. Like I said, this film is from Troma, and this is a female prison film. This girl here, or woman in the cover, she is this undercover cop, and in the beginning her boyfriend or husband gets shot, and that boyfriend was also a cop. And then she wants to retire from her cop career, and she goes riding in the countryside, but little does she know, she runs to this little town, and this little town has a very nasty group of cops and sheriff, and they throw this girl into the very notorious female prison. So it's a VIP film. Pretty funny, not necessarily the best in the genre, but yeah, certainly not the worst either. There was female fighting and kung fu fighting and even machine gun fire action here, and it was directed by Eric Lozel. I think this guy also directed Class of Nukem High, if I'm not mistaken. But this is a very early Vinegar Syndrome release, and yes, it is a DVD, and as far as I know, this has not been released on Blu-ray. It's a decent release, but I wonder if they are gonna do 4K release someday. Maybe not. Hebbo says, must be a great movie since there's a helicopter, a babe, and guns. Yes, this is in fact my textbook example of a great cover. Big weapon, okay, female, some skin visible, and then there's a vehicle, and preferred vehicle is a helicopter, and there's a helicopter gun and a person with a gun, so it's gotta be good, right? It's gotta be right. Yeah. Alright. Moving on. Hey, Godzilla74 says that he watched from HBO. He watched the Matrix 4. Yeah. Well, call me crazy, but I'm not regretting that I saw that film, but it was pretty nice afternoon, like hanging with my mom and drinking some Olympic Gold beers. But if I would have watched that on HBO alone home, I probably would have give even less of a rating for it. Good evening, tubes. Okay, that was the first movie, and let's move on to the next one. And this was from that harvinaisten filmien myyntipalsta. Yes. This is the critter from the shitter. Who can name this film? What film has tagline, he is the critter from the shitter? I think this has got to be one of the best taglines ever in a film. This is Ratman from Shameless Films. Shameless Screen Entertainment UK, and it's an old release. It's a DVD. Yeah. Many of you might remember that my New Year's resolution was not, I repeat, not to buy any DVDs. And so far there has been nothing but DVDs. But I guess this was something that I wanted to get again, because I already had this. I sold it or lost it somewhere, I don't know. But I had to get this because of this. And this alone, this cover. Critter from the shitter. Tupes says it's Ratman. Tupes knows his stuff. Yeah, Ratman is an awesome film. And, well, it's actually, this is not an awesome film. I mean, it's an Italian film from year 1988, starring David Warbeck and Janet Agren. You might remember those guys from a bunch of Italian horror film, British actors and stuff. And they did this Ratman, and I am very convinced that David Warbeck and Janet Agren were like 2 days on location when they did this film, because basically Janet Agren or David Warbeck, they don't interact with anybody in this film. This Ratman dude spreads havoc in this jungle somewhere in the Caribbean, or I don't know where the hell is it even supposed to be, Indonesia or something like that. And this little guy stalks fashion models and their photographer. Yeah. I have to say that this guy who plays Ratman, he's gotta be one of the shortest guy ever lived. Maybe it reads even in this back cover. A forgotten classic and never before released in UK, the uber trashy Ratman is a guilty horror pleasure of gory delights, proudly brought back from into your hands by shameless screen entertainment to cherish forever. Pint-sized cult hero Nelson de la Rosa. Nelson de la Rosa. I think this guy is like, I don't know, 60 centimeters long or something like that. He is very small and kind of creepy in a way in many of these shots. If you can here see like his face here. Now the makeup is not the best ever, but I think it's some in a strange way it's a nightmare fuel, this film. Yeah, sure, it's a boring film. It's a too long film for its kind. But it's a Ratman, it's a critter from the shitter, so I had to get it. Tupe says that movie is pretty horrible, and you, my man, you are not mistaken at all. Yes. Okay, so far we have 2 DVDs. Maybe we have a Blu-ray. Yes, yes, indeed. Now, are there fans of Italian crime films? And are you guys living in United States or places like that? Because I have something here that will make you very envious. Oi, 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 dode Zeugen singen nicht, which means Enzo G. Castellari's film of high crime. The high crime. It's considered a classic of Italian crime films, and never before officially released on the English with English friendly version, let alone a HD version. This is a Blu-ray, even though this comes in a DVD case for some reason. I believe these film art Policzewski editions all come in a DVD box for some reason. But this is an uncut version of Tote Zeugen singen nicht, high crime, and it has English soundtrack as well. Very good release, picture quality is pretty good, and yeah, I have seen high crime before, and yeah, I forgot to show you, I have also the Finnish version. Let me go get it. Wait a second. Yes, of course. This is a highly rare version. Commissario Belli, high crime. This is a badly cut version, like 2 minutes cut from this. Yes, and the Giallo Collection 2 is also in a DVD box, says I'm sure. Yeah. Watford FC is a huge fan of Italian cinema in 70s and 80s. Have you ever seen High Crime? Mr. Watford FC, is this familiar film to you? It's like I said, it's Enzo G. Castellari's film, and it is starring Franco Nero as this Commissario Detective Belli. And this is like a remake sort of like an Italian version of French Connection, which came like a year earlier. Even the same actor who plays the bad guy in French Connection plays a bad guy in this film. So it kind of follows the same plot. So Franco Nero is fighting these drug pushers, and this film includes a couple of really brutal, violent scenes, and no wonder this has been cut in many countries, such as Finnish videotape. This is cut very poorly, especially well, you don't usually see children get killed in a film, but in this film, oh boy, you see very brutal ran over with a car on a child. So maybe that was enough to get this film a very notorious reputation. It is not necessarily the best of Italian crime films. Now I have watched this again, so I can say that like many from that Arrow Video recent Italian crime box, many of those films were maybe a little bit better, but it's okay, it's good, and it's brutal. It got terrific soundtrack also, and okay, it has Franco Nero, so it's gonna be awesome, right? Now, this is, like the name suggests, it's a German Blu-ray, and this was sold out immediately. I bought this from Amazon, Amazon.de, which is a Deutschland Amazon, and I only paid this for like, was it like 23 euros or something like that. So it was a bargain, and I got a feeling that this will be, if it already is not, a very rare Blu-ray release. I highly recommend it. I hope 88 Films will release High Crime in Italian Collection series, because that German version is out of print, like you said a while ago. Yes, I really hope so too, that 88 Films will. I'm kind of wondering why this has not been released earlier, because I think this is pretty well known film, and there's a very beautiful print of this. So what gives? Why is this so hard to find? I don't know, but let's do hope that 88 Films or maybe Arrow Video could do this on a UK print. And I was kind of surprised to go, isn't Arrow Video putting out like Enzo G Castellari crime box like in next month or something? So I was, one could have expected that this would have been on it, but no, it is not. Einheimischer says, even I as a German had problems to get one. Okay, so I assume that Einheimischer, you have one. Did you watch it, and what do you think of this? Toten Zeugen singen nicht. And if you're wondering what this Toten Zeugen singen nicht means, it means like dead witnesses don't sing. So it's kind of elaborate name for a film. But yeah, great release this. I'm very happy for that. Alright. Oh, what do you know? Another damn DVD. Even though I remember not to get any DVDs, here it is. Okay, Run and Kill. A German version of this Hong Kong category film, a film that I have long waited to see, because I kind of like Category 3 films. Category 3 is a Hong Kong rating for a film, which is kind of like similar to United States NC-17 or British 18 or Finnish 18 age limit. So it means that these films have lots of nudity or rape or violence. And oh boy. And this release also has another film in it, and this I did not yet watch, this Intruder, but this too is a Category 3 film. But I did indeed watch Run and Kill, and oh man, Run and Kill is one of the more notorious Category 3 film violent-wise, and so as you might expect, I was eager to see it. Einheimischer has this Blu-ray from Toten Zeugen singen nicht, Toten Zeigen singen nicht. And I still have an old TV version from early 90s, but the movie was cut over 20 minutes in Germany. Now finally uncut. Okay, so I guess we got it easy when this is only like 2 minutes cut, this Finnish version. So, but 20 minutes, that's insane, man. That is completely bonkers. Paul, but let me tell you a few words about Run and Kill. Okay, the film opens like pretty much like a pretty traditional film. Now there is this guy played by Ken Cheng, this kind of like a fat guy, and he's a very like happy for his life. But one day when he comes early from work to home, he finds out that his fiancée or his wife is fucking with another guy. So that kind of upsets him, and he gets wasted. He drinks beer and booze and goes to the bar and accidentally, talking with a stranger, accidentally orders his wife hit, a hired kill. He accidentally hires a hired gunman to kill her wife. His wife. Okay, so the wife gets killed, and then this hitman wants his money. And this guy being drunk and all, and says, I never ordered the hit and I don't have that kind of money. So after that, this guy, seeks help from a gang that he knows. He has some acquaintances in that gang, and he requires their help. And sure enough, he receives the help, and in process, one of these gangs' brother gets killed, brutally tortured and killed. So then this one guy in this gang who helped this guy, he swears that now I'm gonna take revenge on this, you motherfucker. And until this has been like a pretty traditional film, and I was like, okay, what's the reputation about this? Okay. But then the revenge takes place, and holy shit, without going any spoilers, let me just say that, like in this film, violence towards children, in this film, it is very strong. And I was like, holy moly, holy smackaroo, what am I watching? This, okay, no wonder the final 15 minutes of that film is, I was thinking about, okay, now I have absolutely it's no wonder that this film has this kind of notorious reputation, because the final 15 minutes, like, it kind of caters this category, very strong category 3, oh my god, category 3 level. Hey, hello RC, nice that you make it here. I was watching The Matrix. I did a very poor man's review of it, but I'm very glad that RC also managed to get here, and happy holidays for RC. Have you, RC, seen Run and Kill? This is very strong stuff. And I am kind of waiting to see The Intruder also. But like I promised that I will not buy any DVDs, but here we are. 3 DVDs bought. Alright. Okay, hey, what's in here? I have even not opened this. Look at what I got. I got this from my Finnish channel watcher, fan from a Finnish channel, because he was very afraid always when I use toenail clippers to open the boxes, so he sent me this carpet knife, and this is very effective. Check it out. Oh, it's as sharp as a razor. Oh man, this got to be a VHS, man. Alright, Out of Time, the Breaker of Time. Out of Time, Ajan Murtaja, Transworld VHS, and look at this cover. This looks like a fun movie. I have never seen this film, but I'm gonna be capturing this on my computer and maybe I will watch it. This is from year 1988 and directed by a guy called Robert Butler, and it is starring Bruce Abbott and Bill Maher. Wasn't that Bill Maher, this late night guy? Yeah, Bill Maher, yeah. The guy who was in Cannibal Jungle, Avocado Cannibal Jungle. What was that? But Bill Maher also has done this late night show, if I'm not mistaken. Matrix 4 did suck, yes. Okay, action comedy beyond time and place. What would you do if your grandson one day would stand before you and he would tell you that he comes back in time from year 2099? He has returned back in time to catch a greatest criminal of his time. Policeman Max Taylor finds one day. Okay, this is really getting to be too much of a task for my drunken brains to translate this on the fly. So I don't know, but the cover is very nice and the movie seems very interesting. I have not seen Red to Kill. I want to see all Category 3 films. But the problem is that these things are very hard to find. I think I was very lucky that I find this from Finnish Huutonet. Now, it was not a cheap DVD. I think I paid 30 euros for it. But these are pretty hard to find, these Category 3 films. Let's hope that Vinegar Syndrome won't leave releasing Category 3 films to the Ebola Syndrome. Which was a great release. Great release indeed. Alright. What's here? Hey, could you hit me with that like button? I would certainly appreciate it. 14 likes. Maybe we can get it to 20 likes. Because 27 people watching. It's not a bad score. I know I had more watchers previously, but it's kind of my fault because I only put this event online like half an hour ago. So because I was not sure if I'm gonna even be able to make it, so it's my fault, but fuck, who the hell cares? Now we have some serious shit. Oh yeah, Howard the Duck, and this is a Zavi Steelbook special. Look at this gorgeous package here. Let's take off this J card here. Oh my god, what a beautiful package it is. Howard the Duck. Now this is an 80s film, a notorious flop from the 80s, from year 86 to be exact, or was it 85? Nevertheless, this was produced by George Lucas, and it was kind of a high budget film, and it was filled with expectations that, yeah, this is gonna begin a new franchise. But no, this was one of the worst flops of the 80s. Here we have the Ultra HD disc of the film, and of course the Blu-ray, which I did not watch, and nice inner covers here with so wonderful girl. I really love this lady, and what was his name? Her name, Lea Thompson. I always confuse. When I think of Lea Thompson, I think that actress who has the same name as the other famous actress, Leah Thompson. Now, you might remember Leah Thompson from Back to the Future, which is far more known movie franchise than Howard the Duck. But call me crazy, but I think, in my opinion, Howard the Duck is the best goddamn Marvel movie ever made. This is based on a Marvel comic book. And, yeah. Howard the Duck. Is the duck condom in the box? Yes, no, the duck condom is not in its wrappers. Howard the Duck is so bad. Okay, let me show you also. Now, here is a Finnish sale cassette, for sale cassette, a small box sale cassette here. From SLT Elokuvamenestyksiä series. Yeah, but here is more better looking Howard the Duck, the new hero, the hero for the new time, rental tape from SLT, sick video also. Yeah. So what the hell is a Howard the Duck anyway about? Well, it's about this duck who gets accidentally thrown in this cosmic time warp, and he is transferred from his own home planet to planet Earth, and then there he will encounter this punk rock singing lady, Leah Thompson, and then they kind of, you know, okay, one thing, yes, Watford FC, you can argue that this film is very bad, but I think this is a kind of like a fascinating kind of bad, because when I was watching, I was like thinking, wow, how did they manage to, you know, make this film? Only in the 80s you could do a romantic film with a human-sized duck falling in love with a female punk rock singer, and they have got, this film is filled kind of like with this kind of like raunchy scenes, with this kind of adult humor. And it's very weird cocktail, if you think of it. So how did they even make it? I don't know. There's a naked duck, you know, with tits hanging off. There's a duck condom from a wallet. And then there is like this Howard the Duck gets a job in a bordel, like this message parlor where people are fucking. And also then there's these scientists guys came into the picture, and then there's this Jeffrey Jones. He plays like this scientist guy who gets possessed from these overlords from the hell or something, and then they want to bring back more demons from hell to the earth. And yeah, there was some great, very, very good practical effects. And Jeffrey Jones, I really love Jeffrey Jones's bad guy performance in this film, and the special effects, especially when he charges himself with the fucking cigarette lighter from a sticking tongue, like this gross-looking long tongue is sticking into the cigarette lighter in the car. Now that's awesome stuff. And also Phil Tippett's special effects, stop motion special effects in the end sequence, they are just fantastic. Call me crazy, but I really did enjoy Howard the Duck watching this like a 80s kitsch film again. I really did. Yeah. The music is good also, and the picture quality on this 4K disc is just delicious, should I say. And I have watched Howard the Duck like many times, and for some reason the previous DVD, which I don't even have anymore, maybe I probably sent it to Arsi around sometime, that was cut from duck condom and you know, this tongue charging with the cigarette lighter scene. These were cut out on that DVD. I don't know why. Why would you do that? But anyways, I have very strong nostalgic feelings also towards the Howard the Duck, because I remember watching this like I was very little. I don't know when or where and why I remember we did watch this many of times, and later on I was remembering. I was like thinking, what was that film where this duck fights these lizard things in the end? What the hell was that film? And then it hit me. It's gotta be Howard the Duck, and Howard the Duck it was. I really cannot. I really probably cannot give you an objective review of this, but that I can say I really did enjoy that watching this again. Yes, Arsi Rantamäki says you gave your old Future DVD to me. Yes. Snake Plissken custom fees. What do you mean? I ordered this from Zavi, and let me talk about custom fees. Ville say with grumpy Howard voice, I'm not Ville anymore. I am now one of the Dark Overlords. I'm not Ville anymore. I'm one of the Dark Overlords. I love it. I love it. I still don't understand why Finnish DVD is cut from Howard. Yes, I don't either. They gotta have some cut master for that. Maybe that was some like a UK cut of it. I don't know. I am Dark Overlord. I will drink this booze now. Ooh, mama. All right. So, let's continue. Oh, this is so fucking good. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is just amazing. Yuri Laaksonen says, it's a UK cut if I remember correctly. Okay, but this is a UK 12 rated Blu-ray and 4K and Blu-ray, and they did restore all the cuts, so it is not cut anymore in UK. Tell me if you do have more knowledge about this. Okay, but let's move to the next. Ooh, what a delicious piece of cinematography. God damn, I love this film. I fucking love this film. Now, I did remember this was very good, but when I watched this again, it was better than I even remembered. Al Pacino as a Garlito Brigante. Holy hot damn. And this is also a Zavi special, and that means that we have a J card here, and this box is like this sturdy cardboard, and this comes with the lobby cards. I have not even opened this yet, so that I saved for this unboxing session. Okay, better not break it. Okay, how do you open it without cracking it? All right. So we have here Escape to Paradise. Carlitos, sorry boys, all the stitches in the world can't say sew me together again. Lay down, gonna stretch me out in Fernandez funeral phone for 109th Street. Yes, the end sentence from that. Nice looking Al Pacino here. Then we have Sean Penn with this crazy curly hair. And also Benny Blanco from the Bronx. Great movie, great Patrick Doyle score. I wholeheartedly agree with you on that, Snake Plissken. Alright, there are the cards from the film. And then I have not even opened this booklet which comes with that film. So I think this is a piece of script and original script there. Some stuff about the movie. And of course we have the steelbook of the Carlitos Way. And of course in that steelbook we have Ultra HD version of the film and also Blu-ray. And let's see the behinds of that, shall we? No. Brilliant looking release, and my god, like I said, I like this even better than I remember. Now, the performances in this film, they are top notch. Al Pacino is excellent, Sean Penn is excellent, and everybody in this film is excellent. And it's kind of funny, but I think John Leguizamo as Benny Blanco from the Bronx, I think that has got to be one of the more memorable film characters in film history, if you compare it to the amount of screen time that he has. And that is very much to say about the film, which is full of characters that are very memorable. But Benny Blanco from the Bronx is my favorite. And it kind of makes me sad. I wish this is one of those films that I wish I could change how it goes on. I wish I could change that Al Pacino doesn't beat up or shove it down the stairs Benny Blanco from the Bronx, so we could have a happy ending. Because I think Carlito Brigande has earned that good ending in this film. Maybe I'm a little bit spoiling of this film, but if you have not seen Carlitos Way ever, you should definitely check it out, because no matter which films you like, I think you're gonna love Carlitos Way. And this 4K, like Soyamakkara, how about the image quality? Now, Brian De Palma, this has been, it's directed by Brian De Palma, and yes, I still like Scarface even better than Carlitos Way, but you know, it's directed by Brian De Palma, so visually it is very stunning film. You got very great set of colors throughout the film. Reds, blues, blacks, and this. And I have to say, this is a Universal release, much like a Howard the Duck. And Universal, they really do know how to remaster their films on 4K. The picture quality was so damn gorgeous. I really did love this. Dolby Vision 10, Dolby Vision and HDR10 enhanced picture quality on this. It was beautiful and very detailed picture quality. I think if you are a fan of this film, you will enjoy this release. And this is the same disc that has been released in Finland also, but of course the casing is different. But this disc indeed includes also Finnish subtitles, but I think this Zavi special is now out of print. I am very glad that I bought this, because it's a great package, great release, and most of all, fucking awesome picture. And also Viggo Mortensen is here. I mean, Viggo Mortensen, one of his first performances, and also Louis Guzman is there, and also, like I said, John Leguizamo, one of his early performances. 50 euros is in offer right now, the Nordic basic release. Okay. If you're gonna get it through the Videospace page, videospace.fi, and hit that CD on button there. Because that will help me, because I get revenue if you boost those product buttons, like it's like 2 cents or whatever. But anyways, that will help to maintain the site. I strongly encourage you to use those links, because I'm a capitalist asshole, of course. What else? Okay, I'm gonna get me another beer, because this talking makes me thirsty. This talking makes me thirsty! 37 people is watching. Could we get 30 likes? 5 likes, hit that like button now. And if you have not yet subscribed the channel, subscribe the channel if you like this type of stupid drunken Finnish guy talking nonsense about film content. Alright. So that was my... hey, I was gonna say that there has been some reports about that Savi doesn't deliver very good films, that doesn't deliver very good. These things get stuck in the customs, but I have to say that I have absolutely no problem with this order. Now, it did not come with the tracking ID because it was like a letter format. This, but it arrived like within like 10 days, and it didn't get stuck in the customs or anything like that. They did take care of this custom fees and stuff like that. So I was not, you know, and they were like intact. It was well packaged parcel, you know. Nothing was damaged and didn't get stuck in the customs. I was a happy customer. I hope you have enough beer to us all, Ville. I indeed have. Indeed I have. 43 people watching! Hey! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Hit that like button now. 30 people. 30 likes should be get also. Okay, I have 3 boxes to go. Not that many unboxing, but these programs don't necessarily have to be always 2 hours. Now, this package came from Severin Films, and yeah, I think I know what's in here. Because, fuck me. This fucking package shit is coming over me. But yeah. Okay, House on the Edge of the Park. If you remember my last unboxing, I was complaining that Severin indeed sent me House on the Edge of the Park, but they only sent me 1 copy, because I ordered 2 copies of House on the Edge of the Park. And yes, I sent them mail and said that yeah, there should be 2, but there's only 1, and then they replied me very swiftly and said, okay, sorry about that, we have already sent you another copy. So there was no fuss about that, but I did have to declare that through the customs, but they also were very smooth about this. I just said that this was a replacement disc, so the custom didn't say anything about it, so they just, you know, released it through to delivery. So no problems over there, and now we have 2 sets of House on the Edge of the Park. I don't remember, did I give you a review about that in the last unboxing, because I have indeed watched this Severin disc, and yes, I do know there is a replacement program with Severin that they will replace this disc, because this mastering had some sort of a issue with the color spacing or stuff like that. The stuff that I really don't understand anything about that. But they are sending a replacement disc, so I probably have to declare through the customs the replacement disc also then. But yeah, I was gonna say that the picture quality is not that special on this disc, but it wasn't bad at all. But I do believe that this another fixed release will have even better picture quality, because this color spacing influences that it makes the picture look less detailed. So I am looking forward to the replacement disc, and in the meantime I strongly suggest that check House on the Edge of the Park, because this has got to be one of the Ruggero Deodato's best. And yeah, so why, you might be asking why I did order 2. Other one is for my friend Antti. So yeah, he's gonna get his copy now. Okay, but House on the Edge of the Park, a very disturbing film. You know, this kind of rape and revenge and this kind of house invasion movie, those things were popular in the 70s and the 80s. But I think this has got to be one of the more better of that genre. And David Hess plays Alex, and that dude is seriously fucked in the head. And I think David Hess's performances, he's so charismatic that his performance steals everything on the screen. Yes. Now maybe the plot twist in the end is not that believable, but it's violent and it's it's a weird thing to say. I think it's classy, but at the same time it's very like low-browed film. You know what I mean? It's well made but very low-browed. And I think this still in the UK this is like 6 minutes cuts. But this is the uncut version. Did you say customatic immunity in the Lethal Weapon 2? Diplomatic immunity. Customatic immunity. Yes, I go to the customs and say, you're gonna release that package because I am a diplomatic immunity guy. I should get everything without any custom fees. God damn it. Okay, but I strongly recommend House on the Edge of the Park, and when I get back to you when the replacement disc come and see if there's some notable difference about that. And the slipcover is very nice. Diplomatic immunity. Okie dokie. Hey, what do we have here? What's this? What is this? What is it? What is it? Yes, it's a Vinegar syndrome. And okay, this month was kind of a like exception because I did not get anything on the top of this monthly subscriber package, and this subscriber package is February, so it was like it usually is 4 movies, but this month it was only 3. But let's see what we have here. Sister. It's not to be confused with Twisted Sister, but this is some film directed by Bill Condon. I mean Condon, not Condom. Bill Condon, and this was made in the year 1987, and this is starring Eric Stoltz, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and Judith Ivey. So it got like a A-class cast, but I do have to say that I have I have not watched this film, and I have never even heard about this film. So I don't think I'm even looking forward to that much to be watching this, because it doesn't look that interesting, but nevertheless, Love Kills Sister, a gothic suspense chiller. Alright. The reversible sleeve is there, and what we have here is not custom that Vinegar Syndrome puts a booklet, but holy shit, here we have the booklet. Drawn to frame. Some sort of facts about maybe the making of the film. Alright. It's nice that Vinegar Syndrome has put a booklet there. But if you guys seen Sister, what is to be expected of this film? Because I have not seen it, I cannot comment about the quality of the film. But this I did watch. Beware, children at play. Oh, holy hell. Now, this is a trauma distributed film, and this was probably from the year 89. And this was directed by some guy called Mick Cribben, and it is starring nobodies called Michael Robertson, Rich Hamilton, Robin Lilly. Okay, now this film has this kind of a how would you say, what is this line of work? This kind of a author of books that describe alien abduction and also kind of this psychic connections to the netherworlds and stuff like that. This author goes to the little town because there has been children missing and something very odd is happening. And this is like a new version about the Hansel and Gretel story. And these children are abducted in the woods by this lone woodsman child who has grown a taste for cannibalistic cuisine, so to speak. And he has brainwashed these children to commit atrocities. Now, it's got some gory moments over here and there and pretty basic film, but the final 10 minutes of this film, or was it 5 minutes of the film? Final 10 to 5 minutes of this film really like blow you out of the water, because if you are not knowing what to expect, you might be very surprised in the end. Because in this film, the children are being killed in most gory and brutal ways. You know, they explode heads are blown off, the revolver is stick to the kid's mouth and brains are blown off, and also like kids are killed with knives and machetes and with arrows and stuff like that. It's really not holding anything back with killing kids. So that was pretty surprising. No, it was not that surprising because I had seen the end. I think it's on YouTube to be watched. But it was nice to see this final act to not like taken out of the context. To see the film, and if you don't know that, I would suspect that you would be very surprised if you don't know that and if you're not seen the end. Not terribly good film, but the ending is worth the admission alone. It's a good release. Picture quality was very okay, and I think I will put this. I don't think this is not too special of a cover, this slipcover cover. This is much better cover, I think. Much more simpler and more stylish. What are your opinions about Beware Children at Play? Tube says, I haven't seen House on the Edge of the Park since VHS days. Should watch that DVD final that I own. Yes, I highly recommend you watch this. Do you own that Another World Entertainment disc or what? Okay, doc. Now, final from the Vinegar Syndrome box. Drop Dead Fred. Now, this was announced that Severin Films was gonna release that, but I don't know why didn't they release it. Maybe it was some sort of a, like licensing issue or something. But yes, the Vinegar Syndrome did release it, and here we have the Blu-ray of this 1991 year comedy film called Drop Dead Fred, and in Finland it was called Riviö Fred, which kind of indicates to Phoebe Case, who was also in Gremlins, and Riviö is Finnish word for Gremlins, and it was Riviöt Gremlins was here back in the Finland, so Riviö Fred kind of, you know, links Phoebe Case with this film also. So this film, I watched this and I had never before seen it. Oh, Phoebe Case was, yeah, okay. Let me start from the beginning. Phoebe Case is a woman that during one day she gets left by her husband, and also she gets fired from her job, and also she loses her car or something like that. You know, her life is suddenly very fucked. But then she goes to live with her mother, and then there she remembers that as a child she used to have this imaginary friend, Drop Dead Fred here, who is played by this guy called Rick Mayall, who is probably more known about his work in the Young Ones, the British comedy series. I have never ever watched the Young Ones, but maybe Watford FC has seen all episodes of Young Ones and can tell me if that series is worth to shot. Because I think Rick Mayall's performance is very annoying here, but very funny at the same time. So this Rick Mayall's played Fred, this imaginary friend, appears in Phoebe Cates' life again, and he starts, like busting things up. He's a very annoying character, very loud and very obnoxious, picking his nose and doing gross things and stepping on dog shit and stepping on like sofas. And nobody else can see this guy except for Phoebe Cates. But his antics, they happen for real. When he stands on a dog shit and stands on a sofa, the sofa is full of dog shit. So not to be fucked around, man. This guy is very, very mean. Okay, how should I say? I think the concept of this film was very funny, and execution was brilliant. This was from the same director, the same guy who ate De Jong, a Dutch guy who directed also Highway to Hell. You might remember that small budget indie horror film. Was it from 87 or 88? No, never mind. But anyway, it has potential, but I don't know. I think this film was it was very much like hit and miss. Some of the jokes were very funny, some of the jokes were very annoying, and the characters were very annoying. Most of the time, Rick Mayall was pretty annoying, to say the least. But I think that was exactly where the movie makers were going for. But I don't know. A mixed bag, to say the least, for me. I really did enjoy the comic talent of Phoebe Cates. Now, this girl, this woman is very funny. There's lots of very, very good comedic moments with Phoebe Cates, especially the scene in the restaurant when Phoebe Cates is tries to hide that her imaginary friend is doing all this nonsense. She's like I think it's gotta be like a Jim Carrey style of performance. Very much liked it. But overall, the film is a bit too mean-spirited, and also it's a little bit too whimsical. I don't know if they were, what were they trying to achieve? It's like in my opinion, like a tone-deaf film. Very mixed bag. Rick Mayall sadly died a few years ago. He's a British legend and incredibly well thought of. Young Ones is a classic 80s comedy show and highly recommended. You must see it. I think I will like it, Young Ones, because our sitcom series Party Boys has been compared to Young Ones, but I have never seen Young Ones, so I can't be influenced by that show, but if I have chance to watch Young Ones, I will watch it. Young Ones was shown in Finland too. Yes, probably was, but I did not watch it. Maybe it was before, it was in the 80s and I didn't watch that type of a programming back then. Maybe, I don't know. You tell me. Phoebe Cates is married to Kevin Kline. If I don't remember, yes, she is. In the extras, I also watched the extras also, and in the extras they said that Phoebe Cates got married to Kevin Kline and stopped acting because she wanted to, be a housewife, which is not. If you want to do, why not be? Wanted to attend to kids and, stuff like that. Yes, you're serious kind of Young Ones. Okay. I'm glad to know that we have probably done something right in Party Boys. Älypäät was the Finnish name. That is very strange translation because älypää would mean like a smart ass. Well, maybe it's not that strange of a translation. Alright, that was all from Vinegar Syndrome, and then there was one box still to go. One box to go, one box to rule them all. This box was from Amazon, and oh shit, it kind of cracks under my power. Okay, Robotrix. Have you, Arsi, seen Robotrix? Now, this is another Category 3 film, and this is a brand new 88 films release, and this is a limited release. Comes with the beautiful poster here. Oh, check it out, check it out, check it out now, check it out now. Very good looking poster. And also the original poster art for the film, which is, in my opinion, less of a pleasing to watch. So here we have the booklet. I have not read the booklet, but here we have the contents. Robotrix, an interview with director Jamie Luke, Robotrix versus censorship, Category 3 battles with the BBFC and beyond. Okay, that is interesting. I am a censorship sucker, so I should read that maybe. The Bodyguard, an interview with Robotrix actor Vincent Lund, Robotrix and the UK's VHS Cat 3 and HK cinema boom of the 90s. Very interesting topics in this. Oh, too hot for YouTube, too hot for YouTube. Nice. Same kind of box is coming from movie Black Cat. Yes. Is that Black Cat also Category 3 film? Arsi Rantamäki has not seen Robotrix. Looks terrific. Yes, this is a terrific film. Now, this was very over the top and bonkers film. I loved it. I loved it. This is story about this like a robot, crazy scientist who invent these robots, and they hijack this son of a sheik, and they like extort the sheik that you should give us the money to develop these robots because these robots are gonna be awesome. But yeah, and then there's this female cop who gets shot during the kidnapping of the son of the sheik, and then the consciousness of this female cop is transferred into this female robot cyborg that looks exactly like her, and with the help of two robot cyborg chicks, they are going after for this mad scientist, and these are robot chicks, and oh my god. And this film is not necessarily that violent, especially if you compare like with Story of Ricky or Run and Kill, but this film has lots very strong sex scenes. You know, this film would earn it NC-17 rating in United States, these sex scenes. And then there was this kind of brutal killing of this one prostitute, and when this robot throws her out of the window. That was pretty brutal. And some other gory scenes, but overall the film was very goofy and very funny and very entertaining, very weird film, and I was thoroughly entertained by this film. The plot is absolutely ridiculous. Yes, because in this film these guys, these robots are doing cooperation with the police, and these police are all men, and these men are all portrayed like a completely sex maniac idiots. It's like watching like Finnish Visa Mäkinen film, only with robot cyborg chicks and violence and nudity. And I love how the film that like just forgets its main plot. It just, you know, starts to follow these three chicks and their police, they attempt to, you know, they establish a bordello to wait if the killer appears in this bordello. And the cops, one of these cops is trying to be a customer in this bordello because this lady cop has very huge titties, and everybody in this police department want to fuck these robot chicks, and they don't know that these chicks are robots. I have to recommend this. It's kind of a strange mixture of RoboCop and Category 3 and sex film and sex comedy and idiot comedy. I recommend it. The bordello scene is a nice one for the woke audience. Yes, this would never pass the modern standards of woke cinema. Never, not in a fucking million years. Holy shit. Very strong stuff, very funny stuff. Recommend it. And I have to read that part with the censorship battle with the BBFC. And I do believe this is an uncut version. Yes. Probably says that in the cover also. CK Henkka. Rantala puhuu englantia. Hey, hello CK Henkka. Please subscribe the channel. Tilaa kanava. Ole ystävällinen. Ja paina tykkää nappia. Press that like button if you will. And everybody else. Even I thought it was kind of disgusting. Mr. Soijamakar, you did... A man who enjoys supertähdet revat levällään, you did find it disgusting. So we gotta have... That's gotta be one disgusting scene. And it was. Yes, I do have to agree on that with you. Yeah. Alright. So what other films was in the box? Of course, I had to get this. Riki-Oh, Story of Ricky, an amazing Category 3 film from Hong Kong from year 1992. So it's kind of a new film, but here we have Riki-Oh. A guy, a special agent or some sort of a superhero, is sent to the prison which is run by these corrupted criminals, and also there's a lot of bad guys in that criminal. But I think the plot in this film is like taken to the back side of the things, because what matters here is very gory Category 3 action scene, and holy shit, this has got to be one of the goriest films I have ever seen. And I have seen Peter Jackson's Brain Dead, and I think this is almost at the same level. Not necessarily that much of a blood, but these gory scenes that this film has, like people are exploding from left and right, and people are torn apart with bare hands, motherfucking hearts ripped out from the fucking chest, and also face ripped open and whatnot. Oh, it's amazing film. And I think everybody should see Riki-Oh at least once in their life. I did have the previous Blu-ray from Medium Rare, but I did not compare it to this release and these 88 films. And I had to say that from the previous also Robotrix and these were from the same distributor, 88 films, both of these Category 3 films, and both of these have a very good picture quality. I really liked it. And also both of these have very, in the early times when the Hong Kong cinema films were distributed in the Western countries, they were like these subtitles were hard to read and burned to the picture, but not anymore. These are top-notch releases, very good subtitles, and includes English dubbing and also includes the Cantonese language dubbing and whatnot. Great release and great film. And what we have here, this is a limited edition. We have Cage Fury, and let's see the contents. What is there topics of this in this booklet? No, it doesn't describe the contents of the film, but something about the making of the film, and probably something about the gore effects of the film. Great action scene. great action film if you have seen it, and probably if you have seen this film, you don't forget this film easily. Are there any fans in the audience of the story of Ricky? And I'm not talking about Ricky Martin. And this was based on a Japanese manga. And yeah, I do enjoy this hardcover cardboard box. I always have to mention that because those Studio Canal George Carpenter releases, they were pretty bad quality, this box material, so I always have to mention that. Maybe some of these distributors will hear it and not to do that same mistake that Studio Canal did. Story of Ricky also has two-part anime. I have never seen that, but it would be indeed interesting to see. Hey, one more film here. The last film in this box. Holy hell. It's the Wes Craven's Hills Have Eyes. The Hills Have Eyes, yes. And as you can see, this ain't no damn Blu-ray. This is a damn 4K Ultra HD. Now, I did indeed have the Blu-ray version. This was released in 2016, and I heard that some fans were like complaining about that this like it was a double dip. But come on, if this has been released in 2016, so I don't think that this is like double dipping if you 6 years later release 4K Ultra HD or Wes Craven's Hills Have Eyes. So basically, what is the difference here? What is the difference here? Okay, basically not that much of a difference here, because the main difference here is that this brand new 4K restoration includes, of course, 4K Ultra HD picture and also DTS or no, not DTS. It was lossless 2.0 stereo and 7.1 remixes for original film ending only. So basically, this previous release only contained mono soundtrack. So this has like a 7.1 remix and 4K picture quality with HDR mastering added here. Now, what is this film even about? Well, this is Wes Craven's like a not necessarily a breakthrough film, because he kind of did breakthrough a couple of years before with the House on the Edge of the Park. No, House. Wait a second. Last House on the Left, of course. With the Last House on the Left, and he really did the final breakthrough with the Nightmare on Elm Street, which came like 5 years later. This was made in the year 1979, and it is starring Michael Berryman and bunch of other dudes. Also this, what was her name? This, God damn it, I always forget her name. The same actress who was also in the Critters. Dee Wallace, yes. So maybe Michael Berryman and Dee Wallace are the most well-known actors in this film. And in this film, there's kind of this like a urban family, a city family coming, driving through the desert, even though they have been warned not to drive through the desert. And this kind of interesting family with this more like a Republican parents, and their daughter has been married to this like a more liberal, like a Democrat guy. So there's kind of an interesting family dynamic as they go through the desert, and then they get ambushed by this mutant family who lives in the desert, and then the whole thing becomes a survival fight through the night. Yeah, I think this is very good horror classic, The Hills Have Eyes. I have watched it many of times, and I think even today, even by today's standards, I think this stands up, and I think it has very good horror scenes in it, especially when the scene when they raid the what is this asuntovaunu? What is this? Carriage. I don't know. When the mutants attack and steal the baby, that's still a very effective scene. Yeah, and it's violent, it's brutal and whatnot, and it moves in a very fast pace. And you could compare this to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I wouldn't blame you, but I think Texas Chainsaw is even more better film than this. But this too stands on its own two legs, and it's a horror classic. And I think it's the second best film Wes Craven ever made. The first one being Nightmare on Elm Street, but I think this comes as a second. What do you guys think? I would give this 4 stars any day. And let's talk about the picture quality. Well, if you compare it to the earlier Blu-ray release, they were made from the same master, same blow up. It was shot originally on the 16mm film, and the master was done as a blow up, 35mm blow up. So that means that the picture quality is very grainy, and also the picture quality is not that sharp. So maybe this is not a very good reference film to put on 4K disc. And to be quite honest, I did indeed compare this from I have two Blu-ray, I have 4K player and 2K player. I put them side by side running in the back, and then I've switched the channels from them, and so I compared the picture quality. And this new 4K master with HDR enhancement, the picture quality is a more darker version, like more dark tones in there. It's not. I think the picture quality is better. It's darker, but it brings more detail to the picture, because, like I said, the master is not the perfect, reference material to put 4K Ultra HD. But nevertheless, I think that HDR brings more clarity to the picture. Now the difference is not that great, to be sure. This is perfectly good release, even though the picture is more like flat and bland and more light to it. But this has more nuance to it, if you will. I would rather watch it and continue to watch it on 4K Ultra HD. I think this is hands down the best version ever made, and of this film, and probably will, because this booklet here says that the original negatives of the 16mm negatives are missing. So I guess we will never see a better release of The Hills Have Eyes. And this was also released by the Turbine in Germany, and I do believe it uses exactly the same mastering, because here in the booklet it says that 2021 Ultra HD release was done in Germany. Where was it? The 4K HDR10 grading was completed by Jan Frederik Kuhn and Benjamin Albright at LSB Medien in Uesbegen. And 4K restored HDR master was supplied by Turbine Medien GmbH. So it's the same exact release than the Turbine release. So yeah, if you have this version of the film, you may be satisfied to it, and I don't know how important film this Hills Have Eyes is for you. Maybe I was not expecting that much, and to be honest, I kind of get this release just to make a video for it. So I was getting this release to make a comparison, because I think it was like an interesting idea to do. So like I said, the picture quality is the difference, the soundtrack is the difference, and I did indeed watch the 7.1 remix of the, and it kind of does decent job for the film. The picture, the dialogue is very clear in that new remix compared to mono, and also they are like very finely using the, you know, the surround channels. You know, not inventing like new sound effects, but spreading out like the night sounds and stuff like that. And there's not that many surround effects. Maybe there could have been more, but what I am very glad that they didn't like invent new sound world, because that is very distracting for me, at least. If you think about that, like the early mix of like a zombie flesh eaters from Anchor Bay. Like they did like this very, very over the top surround sound, and that was pretty like off-putting, because those films didn't have that kind of a sound mix up. But anyway, that was done in a good taste. So picture quality, sound wise, and that also this box is a little different. As you see, here we have the J card, as in here it's printed in this box in the earlier release. We have the J card, and of course the necessarily 4K babblings in the picture. The poster is exactly the same as in the old previous one, and also the difference, we have one little difference in the booklet, and that is the end page of the booklet, which says that the 4K restoration and yada 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 about the restoration of the film. But of course it's a little bit different, but basically it's the same package, and it's a great package. If you don't already have this old package, I very strongly recommend getting this 4K package. But if you already have the Blu-ray package from your 2016, maybe you want to think about it if you are thinking about upgrading, because the difference is really not that special. In my opinion. But if you are very strong, big fan of Hills Have Eyes, and if you want to have the best version of the film, maybe then you should consider upgrading it. I don't know. It's up to you, my man. It's up to you. In the German version, the family are aliens and not nuclear contaminated. What do you mean? Oh, really? Have they changed in the dubbing that they're aliens? Oh my god. I was kind of scared of Michael Berryman when I was a kid. Yeah, me too, man. If I remember, in that film have nude Phoebe scenes. Do you mean in the Drop Dead Fred? No, there was no nude scene. I am very sad to report that. Yeah. Okay, that was my unboxing. And what did you say also? I also would recommend films from Phoebe, etc. Paradise, Baby Sister, Private School. Ooh, mama! Haven't seen none of those. Maybe I'm a newly born Phoebe Cates fan. Of course, I have liked her in the Kremlins, but I have never, paid attention to her career in other films. Private School is a funny Phoebe Cates movie, but Betsy Russell is much funnier and more sexy in that movie. Ooh! Tough call. I'm still a Phoebe fan, says Nick Forrestlake. Okay. Hey, do you have any questions about Hills Have Eyes or any other film that I opened from this box? You open it, we came. Because that was my unboxing for today. I think I'm gonna be... Maybe I will give that as a lottery gift, this previous version in the Finnish channel for some lucky user. But yeah, the differences are very little, so I don't see no point in double dipping, keeping double dips in the shelf. Fasty Times at Richmond High has Phoebe XXX. Oh yeah? Really? Really? You mean the nude scene? Really? I think I have seen Fast Times at the Richmond High, but I don't remember that. Maybe I should check it out again. Yes, hey, I was gonna talk about that. I have seen the remake of The Hills Have Eyes, and I think that is a very, very good remake. It was made by the French director Alejandro Aya, and I think that has very strong horror scene, and in many cases it will even go beyond what Wes Craven did. A very successful remake that is, and I remember funny thing that when we went to cinema to see it, and we had some girls with us, and also I remember when we was walking out of the cinema, and the girls were walking before us, and they were talking. I heard them talking about, oh my god, this was so violent film. I don't think I can watch anything with violence for a while. And the guys behind me were talking about, yeah, it was a great picture, but it was little bit uncertain that did this mutant rape that girl in the van, because that was kind of a fuzzy shot, because didn't see it clearly. So that was the difference between guys to girls. It's very good, but I don't have seen The Hills Have Eyes Part 2. Yes, I did see the old one, but I mean the sequel to remake, I have not seen that. Great effects in that Hills Have Eyes remake. Great effects. A lot better than in the old one. Hey, by the way, do you like my hair lightening? I installed a lamp over there, so that will bring more light to the, it's supposed to bring light here. Hope you like it. And hopefully the sound quality has been good during this live broadcast. Is that Hills Have Eyes 2, the sequel to remake, is that also a good film? Yeah. Anything to ask? Do you want me to show anything else? Or I'm a little bit slowly starting to wind things down here. Very sexy hair light, says Einheimischer. God damn, your name is very hard to pronounce for a Finnish tongue, especially a drunken Finnish tongue. I see Elvira behind Ville. Yes, Arsi gave me this Elvira poster or sign. I will show it to you. Oh my god, that is so sexy. It has Elvira in it, and it says video walkaround, which means video rental store. I'm very glad that I said your name right, Einheimischer. Isn't Phoebe Cates coming from the pool in Richmond High? Yes. Oh my god. I gotta see that. I gotta see that. What else? What's happening there, guys? I will indeed watch that Richmond High again. Ooh, I strongly recommend this. Let's put Hills Have Eyes in the shelf, shall we? This is an empty package. Robotrix goes to the shelf. And maybe I will go tonight. Maybe I will watch the Vinegar Syndrome film that I did not yet watch. Or maybe I should watch The Intruder, the Category 3 film. I have absolutely no idea what to expect. That is one good thing about these Category 3 films. You never know what you're gonna get. I liked a lot of that Anchor Bay mix of zombie. Good bass and shotgun and molotovs. Okay. I remember that was a bit in your face. But yeah, I haven't. I don't think that this new are you referring to the 4K disc? Because I'm not referring to that. I am referring to the first releases. I think in the 4K disc the sound is, you know, like I think they have took back a little bit, you know. Not to do so in your face sound mix, but I could be wrong. There's also playing the cars in the background. What do you mean playing the cars? What is that playing the cars? Yeah, I watched Drop Dead Fred and also watched Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Thing. Oh no, I mean, beware children and play, but Sister I have not yet watched. Yeah. Okay, guys, if you don't have any questions, maybe I will, you know, go watch a movie. Wind things down. Yes. So I as usual, I'm very happy for you watching the show.
Hell yeah, alright.
Car dealer behind wheel, Magnum dealer. Snake Pisken says, thanks for the soy. I think I start watching Terror Vision Deutsch Blu-ray. Okay. Go see Terror Vision. That's an excellent film, a funny film. It has been a while since I've seen it, but I remember it was pretty good. Thank you for super chatters and thank you for your likes. Hit that like and also subscribe to the channel and thank you all for watching and for being there for me, man. Boopre just came here and now I'm ending the show. Okay. So that is life, my man. Life in the big city, Boopre. You win some, you lose some. But this cat is going to rest now. Thank you, Nick Forest Lake. And Watsilla, thank you. Arsi, thank you so much. Tutti, thanks and have a nice week. Yes, I will. And you too, my man. Have a nice week, all of you. Which one is better choice to get? Beware Children at Play or Fortress America? I would go for Fortress America if you have to change. If you have to choose, I would go for that. That is my professional opinion.
Ever seen this motherfucker running naked through your backyard? Video talk, bitch, we're talking video talk. Get your video talk. You best subscribe. You best subscribe or die. You best subscribe or dive to video talk.
Goodbye. See you next Sunday.